We are seeing a lot of interest from investors in the small cap space, and it's very, very buzzing right now. So if you see AUMs of small cap funds have been increasing. So we have seen month on month flows coming in. At the same time, we are seeing redemptions in the large cap space. Number of folios in the small cap funds now exceeds that of large cap funds. So we have seen a remarkable shift for investors trying to capitalize on the opportunities that small cap present. But while investing in small cap space, you need to be mindful of a couple of things which are very, very important. In a bull market, everything will look good. But when it comes to a falling market or a correction in markets, things become really bad. So, from that perspective, what is more important that investors just need to look at is liquidity. So, if you look at any stock that you own, they should be very, very liquid. So, similarly in a fund, whenever there is a stock that the fund buys, they should have liquidity so that they can enter and exit with ease without any impact cost. So we are seeing that problem with this small cap space is either the funds have become very large owners of those companies, they are either into illiquid positions, or that long tail is a result of suboptimal portfolio positioning into each stock. So we don't want those issues because the long tail does not add meaningfully to returns of those funds. And that is why those suboptimal positions are in terms some sense over diversification, which does not yield good results. So you need to diversify, but over diversification is many times bad for your investments. So overall at Quantum, we are trying to address the challenges that the small cap space brings today. We are trying to be mindful of the liquidity of the stocks that we invest into. We are mindful of the ownership that we end up in each stock. We don't want to be more than 5% of any stock or any of the market cap of the company. Our portfolios will be highly liquid with defined thresholds of liquidity. Each stock that we buy will have a minimum liquidity of 2 crores a day of average trading over last 12 months. So we have very well defined those criterias that does not lead to the problems that we see or the challenge that we see in the mutual fund space today in the small cap world. So overall, we want to give you a true to mandate fund, a true to label fund, which does not deviate from its objective. So we will be cognizant of the fact that beyond a certain size, there is not enough liquidity that supports small cap investing. So we will cap it adequately once we reach our capacity mandate as supported by the liquidity and the positioning that we want to in each stock. We will define those capacity thresholds and will adhere to those capacity thresholds on a continuous basis. So that is the most defining trait we think in the small cap world which yields success, and we will be mindful of those facts. Governance is another thing which is very, very important in the small cap space. It's not a large cap fund where you have good history of the promoters of those companies, and therefore you know which companies to bet on. Also, you can't play the macro theme that you play in the large caps in the small cap space because each business is a bottom up story. You need to identify which are the right businesses with right and sustainable business models, which are the promoters that you can trust and with your investments. And when it comes to small caps, a right identified investment, but the inability of the promoters or the company to not being able to execute. Increasing order book is easy, but fulfilling those and translating that into earnings and revenues is very, very difficult. So you need to be cognizant of those facts when it comes to the small cap space, that governance is a non-negotiable thing. So overall, we will take care about the capacity, we will take care about liquidity, we will take care about governance, we will chase growth opportunities, but being mindful of valuations that we pay to buy those businesses. So overall, if you're looking for a good small cap fund, and if you think that there is risk in the investments that you are present in, then probably this is an opportunity to invest in the Quantum Small Cap Fund. So grab the opportunity that small cap present, invest in the Quantum Small Cap Fund, and we think that it will be a good investment for the long run that you can make. Thank you.
Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme related documents carefully.